seen videos like this on your social media feed? You get into a traffic accident, and before you know it, help arrives.
But in case you think these are civic-minded individuals, well, no, they aren't. They're commonly known as road touts, people who apparently turn up at accident scenes even before the traffic police arrive.
In this special episode of Talking Point, I'm joining Stephen in investigating road touts. How common are they, and how can they affect all of us?
This crash took place 4 years ago. Fortunately, the driver escaped unscathed. He was even offered assistance by a well-meaning passerby. But things very quickly took a turn.
It's a chain collision.
How many cars were in the collision?
It's a 3.
And when the accident happened, what did you do?
So I was keeping a fair distance here, as you can see here.
Yeah.
I didn't see his brake. I tried to press the brake as fast as I can, but couldn't happen. Somehow I hit his car behind.
Okay.
I came out of the car, look at the car damage. I have no damage on my car. He have a paint crack. The
Right.
first car has a whole bumper drop off.
Oh, wow.
I was a bit shocked because I stayed in the car actually a good maybe 20 seconds.
Yeah.
And my wife was a bit shocked. Because it's my first accident, I panicked. I didn't realize I need to call the insurance company. Then one guy came out of nowhere, a middle-aged uncle. He came over across the road, across the highway jam,
Right.
and gave a name card and said that if you follow me, I can settle all your claim. I can do everything, no headache, nothing. Follow me to the workshop, drive together. I look at the 2 other guys, then I was like, okay, if 2 person agree to go for this guy, I'll do that same thing. I just agreed. So I went ahead, asked the second car, are you okay? Do you need ambulance? He said, no problem, no problem, no problem. After we went to the workshop, this guy asked me, do I want to claim my car? I said, my car has no damage. Why am I claiming my car? So, oh, you can go and do up your car, make it nicer. I was like, I have no damage. So then I was quite skeptical how they report their accidents. 2 months later, I received a claim, it's about 30,000.
And the insurance company didn't come back to check with you?
I filed a dispute, and the reply I got was just, it was filed. You didn't come to us to do the reporting. You go to the third-party workshop, and they are authorized to submit the claim. My insurance agent told me that I should have called the orange bike and let them assess the situation before I do any claim. So I can't dispute the insurance company, they paid for that claim. My NCD got cancelled, and then they charged me on my next year premium.
What was the premium you were paying before?
1,000.
And then now?
Now it's about 3,500.
Why did you think 30,000 was too high?
I asked some of my friends who work in the workshop before. They said that if I do a paint to make it flat again, to knock it back to the original state, it's about at most $200-300. And to do a repaint, probably $600 to $700, and that's for the whole car. If that bumper were to be repaired, at most I will give him max $2,000. And at that point of time, none of them complained they have medical injuries. So we did not call the ambulance, but from what I saw, they actually did the maximum claim of each category. So you have medical claim, I think 15K or 10 over K bill. Then the rental car, they even stated that I need to go Malaysia.
Lee believes he encountered a road tout.
I did a quick search online and I found actually a few people who had similar encounters. For instance, this one says that they were stopped, on the expressway. Within a minute, these two came swooping in, insisting to help, even though they kept saying they don't need any help. There's another case that happened not too long ago, in October last year, where it says police are probing 8 men in 3 incidents over alleged dangerous driving, harassment, and touting. Now, touting in any form in Singapore is illegal.
It actually carries a maximum penalty of up to 5,000 Singapore dollars in fines, including a 6-month jail term if you are caught.
And I've also been looking for more statistics, but when I go online, I can't seem to find any official numbers on the number of touts who have been arrested. So I guess the question is, how prevalent are these touts? Or were these people and Lee just unlucky?
I've arranged to meet Sarjit Singh. He's a lawyer who represents insurance companies in dealing with motor accident claims.
There are people plying the roads, right? And they are connected with workshops. Workshops would have told them, hey, if you see an accident, please approach the drivers with a view to sending them over to my workshop. They usually appear at the scene of an accident within minutes. So that's what they do, pressurizing the driver in an accident to try to agree to them taking care of everything from A to Z. And if they agree, the tow truck will come, take their vehicles to the workshop, and everything will be done on their behalf from them. So it is a convenient offer, or rather a convenient option for a driver in an accident.
Do these touts also select the kind of accidents they attend to?
It's usually the run-of-the-mill chain collisions that you see them appearing.
How common are these in this day and age?
Touting is still prevalent.
And there are enough accidents happening every day for these guys to make a living.
Thanks to the lifting of our restrictions, you can see traffic is back to normal. So business is back.
The touts take advantage of a driver's stress and confusion during an accident, seemingly to offer help. And they also seem to be working in cahoots with some workshops.
The encounter with a tout resulted in a hefty 30,000 Singapore dollar insurance claim for Lee, a claim he feels is inflated. And I'm about to find out how a network of players could be involved in what could potentially be insurance fraud.
How much do they jack it up by?
Sometimes even by 200%.
200%.
There are more than 2,000 motor vehicle workshops in Singapore, and to beat the competition, I found out that some of them hire touts who pound the roads and solicit customers. I'm giving a ride to someone who only wants to be known as Tan. He used to operate a workshop that dangled referral fees of up to 3,000 Singapore dollars to touts. During this carpool, I will be finding out the secrets behind this shady business.
So how did you first get to know about these touts?
They approached me when I owned a car workshop. They actually gave me a few cars to service for them and to repair for them. That's where I start to get to know them.
How do these touts know where to find these accidents?
Usually they will be always driving in high traffic areas, such as the road that we are on. If you can see the road down here, we have been through a lot of constructions. There's a lot of heavy vehicles, lorries that are speeding around, and these are factors that will cause an accident, right? So this road in particular that we are on has a very high accident rate because of all the heavy vehicles. Therefore, the touts usually will hang out here and on other roads similar like this. And if an accident do happen, they will just go straight in front to the first car, because usually the first car is the victim, and they'll just park in front of them, come down and offer their assistance.
Who are the usual targets for these touts?
It's always the victim, because the car workshop doesn't want to deal with the offender, and they only deal with cases that is close to 100% win. So if there's a side swipe, usually they do not want to be involved, because there will be extended time for the settlement.
Yeah. So let's say there are a 3-car pile-up. They will go to the first 2 cars.
Yes. If you're already on the road almost every day, definitely you will get 1 or 2 referrals minimum. A month.
Wow. So how much do these touts typically make in a day?
I've heard a few touts that say in a good month they can earn easily 20,000.
Really?
And yeah, I mean, this has almost become their full-time job. They are dedicated to be on the road every day to look for accidents.
But how do you make sure they go to your workshop?
You actually have to ensure that they follow you all the way to the workshop. And if the workshop repairs the vehicle, they have full control of how much the insurance claim will be.
The workshops, how much are they making from these claims?
I can't really give a definite figure, but definitely a very healthy margin. They do take into consideration the amount that they give out to the Touts, and they will actually calculated this into their insurance claim.
How much do they jack it up by?
Sometimes even by 200%.
200%.
When an accident happens, the drivers involved have to make a choice. They can settle the matter privately, in this case no insurance claims are involved, or the victim can file a third-party insurance claim against the drivers at fault. These are the victims that touts prey on, since the drivers don't lose out from inflated claims and can choose any workshop they want to go to. Julian Koh has been following the issue of road touts for the past decade. My fellow host, Shrey Bhargava, is about to find out how road touts are exploiting the third-party claims process.
So Julian, apart from the fact that victims can choose any workshop to work with, why do these touts prey on victims of traffic accidents?
They want to take advantage, right? I mean, if they're out for money, there's only two ways to do that. And one is to inflate the insurance claims, and the other is to really minimize the repairs for your cars. Do the repairs at a minimum cost.
So that means they're not doing the repair to the level that it needs to be done?
Yes, correct. Yes, because they want to save money. For instance, instead of doing a proper welding, they will probably just do a really shoddy job. Either way, it's not going to be advantageous for the victim, so to speak.
So if I don't want to accept the help of a tout, how do I go about filing a third-party insurance claim?
It's very strenuous, it's very taxing. The first things first is, if you ever get into an accident, obviously is to check whether or not there are any injuries. If it's just minor, maybe rear end and everyone's safe, make sure to really get down all the contact details. Say you rear end my car, the first thing I have to do is get your IC number, your address, your name, company, vehicle registration number. And if your car is actually a company registered vehicle, then get the name of the company as well. Because all these information is crucial for your insurer to file all the claims. And obviously is take photos. People make the common mistake of taking photos of their cars because it's damaged. Of course I want to take pictures of my cars, but it's more important to take a few steps back and think about, again, what the insurers would need. I mean, skid marks, taking it from an angle, take the other party's car, take the vehicle registration number, the date, the time, the location, everything. Because all these are crucial, again, to ensuring that, the claims go through a lot easily.
And how complicated is it really? Because all I have to do is really just go to the workshop and have them handle everything, right?
It's really quite troublesome. You've got to go through a lot of different processes to make sure that you can do the claims. Yes, you can go to the workshop, but that is already another big headache because the workshop might not be located 5 minutes from your place. It might be located 50 minutes from your place. There are cases whereby if the damage is so bad and you need the car urgently and insurers takes time to do the whole process, you might actually have to fork out the cash yourself first before claiming from the insurance.
Why do touts prey on people who file a third-party claim?
Because it's a very stressful situation, right? If you get into an accident, the first thing you do is panic. Your mind goes blank, you don't really know what to do. And that's where touts come in to take advantage. When you are not in a clear state of mind, you don't really know the procedures of filing a claim. And that's when the touts come in to assist these people.
Well, is there any way to make this simpler to prevent victims being taken advantage of?
Not at all, man. At least not that I know of, because it's all a step-by-step process that we all have to do.
The thing is this: when insurance claims are filed, insurance will usually send down a surveyor to assess the damage and endorse the workshop's claims. They are key to setting the price of the damages incurred. So if there are surveyors involved, how is it that inflated claims by workshops can be passed to insurance companies?
Are there ways in which these inflated claims affect not just the people involved in the accident, but the rest of us?
A surveyor's job is to assess the damages and propose repair costs incurred in a traffic accident. Kelvin Teo is a surveyor with over 20 years of experience.
So can you tell me how the touts work with workshops, with surveyors?
Normally the tout will bring the vehicle back to the workshop, and then the workshop will engage a surveyor.
Okay.
So actually the touts don't work directly with the surveyor.
And if the car comes in because of a tout, does that end up with a more inflated insurance claim?
More or less, yes, because the tout will want a kickback from the workshop. So where does a kickback come from? The workshop will have to find a way.
So why would the workshop surveyors endorse these inflated claims?
It's either they are being misled by the workshop or they are rogue surveyor. They are not qualified and nobody regulate them. So they just do whatever they deem fit. Previously, we are all being licensed. In the year 2005, our license was abolished.
Oh, so now you don't need a license?
You don't need a license to be a surveyor anymore.
You can just register a name and say, okay, Stephen Chia surveyor or something.
Yes, as long as they have contacts with workshop, they can be a surveyor.
So how does the road surveyor benefit from a higher claim?
Our surveyor fees derive from the estimate is put up by the workshop. So if the estimate is high, the surveyor fee will be higher.
So since it is depending on the claim amount, then for some surveyors, there is an incentive to try and claim more.
Yeah, they will try to put up more just for that surveyor fees.
So have you seen inflated claims like that?
Yes.
So you feel surveyor should be licensed against
it? Should be. Once we are licensed and regulated, there will be a form of disciplinary action that we can do on those rogue surveyors.
Right.
Authorities discontinued the licensing of surveyors in 2005 to reduce red tape and regulatory burden on businesses. It was also of the view that because there were no complaints against appraisers or surveyors, it was timely then to remove the licensing requirement. This leaves my co-host Shrey one last thing to investigate: what the insurance industry is doing to address all these issues.
Stephen told me about rogue surveyors and workshops working in cahoots with road touts to artificially inflate claims for road traffic accident victims. But the whole shady business is not as clear-cut as it seems. Follow a road tout and you may get more than you bargained for. And it's easy to see why some drivers may follow the advice of a road tout who say they're insurance claim specialists, especially when the process of third-party claims can be so cumbersome.
Thomas Carpiller has developed a special focus on claims after spending more than 12 years in the insurance industry. I want to know how insurance companies are tackling these grossly inflated claims.
Thomas, so what are some possible reasons that an inflated claim could get past the system and be paid out?
So this often happens when an insured person doesn't follow the MCF, the Motor Claims Framework. So that's a framework that's endorsed by the insurance industry. If you follow the process, the General Insurance Association or the insurance industry can help to dispute any inflated claims that might come to the person. In this scenario, there is a road tout that has no affiliation to any insurer or a government body. And often it happens that these individuals mention, don't worry, I'll handle that for you. No need to tell anyone, I do the towing, the repairing, everything. So what happened then? There is no involvement of any insurer, nothing is reported, and when the third-party claim comes through, there is no evidence, and it's very hard to dispute the claim, which might be an inflated claim.
So how do you tell if a claim is inflated?
First, we have to determine, is it actually an intentional inflation or a non-intentional inflation?
So what's the difference?
The difference is you have a little minor bumper accident, right? You look at that and you say, oh, that's not a big deal. Then, when you come to the workshop and the repairer assesses the damage, there might be structural damage to the car, which means a bigger repair that has to be done. So that's a non-intentional inflation of a claim. Intentionally inflated claim would be someone says costs more than it really is to make a profit out of it. That could be through damages. It could be also through injuries that people claim, the whiplash and things like that.
So are these kind of inflated claims examples of fraudulent claims?
If there is an intentionally inflated claim, that's called fraud.
Are there ways in which these inflated claims affect not just the people involved in the accident, but the rest of us?
The more fraudulent claims get paid out by the insurance industry, it inflates the claim cost that has been paid out, which then ultimately demands higher policy premiums for our motor insurance policies.
Oh, so the rest of us have to pay higher premiums because this is happening?
Exactly.
And are there ways in which this is being combated right now?
The fraud management system is a data analytics tool that captures information about claims and through technology tries to identify where there are systematic fraud involved or where there is fraud involved. To date, there has been 300 plus fraudulent claims flagged, and around 13 have been really proven to be fraud. It's a first step. While it might not sound big, the more information we provide to these systems that through data analytics and AI can identify systematic fraud or even simple fraud, the better the system is going to get. The authorities also try to encourage the population in Singapore to fight fraudulent claims, and that's the general insurance fraud tip-off. So GIFT is a short form for that, where individuals, if they find and can prove fraudulent behavior, can earn up to 10,000 Singapore dollars to actually fight the crime with regards to motor insurance claims.
If you ever find yourself the victim of a traffic accident, how do you know that the person who's come to your aid is offering genuine help? Well, if a car arrives within seconds of the accident and the so-called Good Samaritan pushes a card bearing the name of a workshop to you and insists that you follow him, chances are it's a tout. And while you may not lose out following the advice of the tout, it's better to avoid being part of this shady business. Stay safe.